Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum to our respective lecturer Encik Abdul Aziz bin Mat Hassan. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Uzai bin Ismail. My metric number is A20A1567. We are from group 18. We are here to talk about company that we choose for this assignment. It is Gardenia Bakeries Rendah Berhad. So the 5 logistic activity that we choose is facility location, warehousing, planning and scheduling, packaging and inventory management. So before I start, let me introduce my group members. We have Muhammad Idham Firdaus bin Hassan, Ahmad Firdaus bin Ahmad Zukhairi, Nur Irina binti Bostamam and Mastura binti Azhar. So let me start this presentation with introduction. Introduction of logistics. As we know, logistics is the art and science of management, engineering and technical activities concerned with requirement, design and supply, maintaining resources to support objective plan and operation. Logistics is the broad subject that has been deep impact in almost every company performance, be it manufacturing, government office, hospital and military bases. It has been estimated that as much as 90% of global demand is not fully satisfied by local suppliers. So it's not surprised that logistic workers work all day and all year long to get products and service delivered to the desired location at the desired times. So in the manufacturing world, logistics is normally defined as a material management. It is a distribution network. This means that logistics comprise all warehousing activities from the tracking of the product, finished or semi-finished, to end customer. And then introduction of Gardenia Sdn Bhd. The brand of Gardenia is associated with a quality such as a good taste, freshness, trust and reliability. In a high competitive market, these are the value that make Gardenia stand out and stay ahead. The secret of Gardenia's success in the traditional American recipe that has been tried for the generation. Over time, further improvement have been made of the range of recipe and the method of processing, especially in the area of automation. All this ensure that the aroma, taste and keeping qualities of brand are consistently being maintained. We go to the history of Gardenia Sdn Bhd. In 1978, Gardenia first started as a small store bakery at the Bukit Timah, and they are producing a variety breed with the help of experienced American baker who had 35 experience in the bakery business. And then in 1981, production was growing rapidly, and in 1983, a commercial bakery was finally started in March 1983 at Pandan Lock. And then in 1991, the first Gardenia bakery in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia was commissioned. And now we go for the first logistic activity that we choose. It is facility location. Gardenia facility location. In 1986, Gardenia Bakeries Sdn Bhd introduced a bakery for the first time. Gardenia Bakeries is a Malaysian bakery company owned by QF Ltd. A variety of subordinate companies are also owned by the companies such as Gardenia Singapore, Gardenia Food Brunei, Gardenia Philippines. Gardenia is an affiliate of Padi Beras National Berhad, and the company main product is based on bread, cakes and bakeries. The headquarters of Gardenia Malaysia at the Jalan Pelabur Shah Alam, Selangor, and the company can be seen along the Federal Highway. The company warehouse is located at Shah Alam, Kota Kemuning. The warehouse is the next of bakery firm as Gardenia business are on a daily basis. On the other side, Gardenia has a small warehouse in Malaysia. By having a small warehouse, it is easier for truck driver to deliver bread to the nearby places or shop. So as we know, the Gardenia Bakeries in Malaysia first rolled in their brand of bread in 1986. And now they still own one single factory, but it is the biggest and fastest bakery line in Southeast Asia. And before this, during the lockdown, nations were purchasing the product whereby the availability, so the supply of the bread could not keep up with the demand. In addition, production was increased by the company. In this age of modernization, technology is improving rapidly. Technology puts the scientific research in mind to improve to improve the output pace and bigger market. Gardenia forced to upgrade the technology in the factory. The increasing demand for fresh and nutritious bread in Malaysia prompted Gardenia to build its own fully and automated factory that could produce 6,000 bread per hour in 1991. So, you can see the view in front of Gardenia Bakeries, KL Sdn Bhd. Now, 1.2 Gardenia facility in another country, it is Philippines. Gardenia Bakeries inaugurated a fully automated bread manufacturing facility in Pampanga. In addition, the recently opened first ever world-class bread factory in Mindanao the first half of this year. This is the second largest of Gardenia in Pampanga, Philippines. So the first time in Gardenia history in the Philippines, Gardenia opens two huge factory with sophisticated technology in a span of 4 months, and the factory team is back to the future 2.0. This is a truly significant milestone for Gardenia in its 21st year in the Philippine bakeries industry. So this Gardenia factory is strategically located near two major highways, the North Luzon Expressway and Lex, and the Subic Clark Expressway (XCTEC). In the Teco Industrial Estate in Mamlakat Pampanga, it provide an effective trading and distribution gateway to the area North Luzon, all the way to the province is the Lucas, Cadayan Valley and Central Luzon. And then the 2P2 billion plant is also located adjacent to the Subic Seaport's main transportation hubs, Clark International Airport and Clark Global City, the newest business area. Part of our plants are geographically placed. For example, our plant in Pampanga will supply Metro Manila to the South Luzon in case a breakdown or natural disaster. The same is true for our Cebu and Cayangan, the Oro bread factory. Meanwhile, the Mandan revealed current logistic and distribution capabilities. Gardenia is reaching Bingkut, Ifugao, Mountain Province, Isabela, Kalinga, and as far Cagayan. We would to able to reach even a smaller shop in this region and surrounding area with a Vita breed. We will make it possible for Gardenia breed in any corner of the city. And now you can see the view in front of Gardenia Bakeries, Philippines.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Idham Hassan, and my matric number is A20A1537. So I will talk about warehousing. What is warehouse? Warehouse is defined as a part of a logistics system which store product raw material, part, good in process, which is good, and then between point of origin to the point of being consumption, and provide information to the management on the status, condition, and disposition of item being stored. Warehousing provide time and place alternative for raw material, industry good, and finished product, allowing firms to use customer service as a dynamic value adding competitive tool. There are three types of warehousing: private warehousing, public warehouse, and bonded warehouse. The private warehouse are owned and operated by big manufacturers and merchants to fulfill their own storage needs. The goods manufactured or purchased by the owner of the warehouse have a limited value or utility as businessmen in general cannot make sure of them because of the heavy investment required in the construction of a warehouse. Some business firms which need large storage capacity and regular basis and who can afford money uh, con- construct and maintain their private warehouse. A big manufacturer or wholesaler may have a network of his own warehouse in different part of the country. By the next is public warehouse. A public warehouse is specialist business establishment that provide storage facility to the general public for a certain charge. It may be owned and operated by an individual or cooperative society. It has to work under a license from the government in accordance with the prescribed rule and regulation. Next is bonded warehouse. Bonded warehouse are licensed by the government to accept import goods for storage until the payment of custom duty. They are located near the port. These warehouses are neither operated by the government or work under the control of custom authorities. Gardenia Company use a private warehouse. Uh, they have many small warehouses in every state in Malaysia. Their main warehouse in Shah Alam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Firdaus bin Ahmad Zulhairi. Metric number A20A1240. Okay. For my part is planning and scheduling of bread production at Gardenia Bakeries Company Sendirian Berhad. Okay. Production refer to any activity of producing, creating or converting raw materials into finished goods and providing service that can meet the needs and satisfaction of consumers. Each production process produce a value of interest. The value of interest is generated when an item change shape, move, change time, and owner. A production activity can be only carried out when there are production factors, namely labor, land, capital, and entrepreneur. Production planning is an important aspect of planning covering four factors, namely production design decision, production type, production layout, and factory location determination to ensure the production process occurs systematically. The production process can be defined as a transformation system that converts input to output for producing goods and service. The production process includes inputs, transformation, and output process. Okay. For production planning is a strategy related to production. Among the production factors that need to be considered in production planning was production design, production type like soy, cheese, toast, Delicia wafers, Twiggies, Delicia soft rolls, and more. Production layout and location determination at Shah Alam, Selangor Darul Ihsan. Next, production type. There are three types of production. First, namely single, group, and mass. White bread product for Gardenia companies use mass production. According to MB Muda All 2003, define mass production as pressing for large stock storage and immediate delivery to customer orders. According to the senior manager of Gardenia Bread Marketing, Gardenia Bread Marketing is do 40,000 bread in an hour, which is the type of mass production used by the company Gardenia Sendirian Berhad because it's able to produce a lot of bread in one day to satisfy all customers. Next, production layout. Researchers found that Gardenia Bakeries Sdn Bhd KL's use a product types layout. Production layout involves arranging a line of machines according to the sequence of production process. It is to ensure production operation run smoothly and systematically. Production layout is also known as assembly line or production line. Usually, a type of machine or machinery will be used specifically to remove a product from the factory. Product-based layout is very suitable for us for use by factories that produce one type of product repeatedly. Each production input such as raw materials, machinery, and equipment is arranged specifically according to the order in the production of Gardenia bread products. Next, scheduling production. The production scheduling of Gardenia bread runs as usual, which is 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Previously issues a statement that their factories had reached a maximum production level of 840,000 bakeries per day. Even on this movement control order MCO, the company remains running as usual to ensure adequate supply of bread and not to deceive the expectation of Malaysia society. Gardenia's Bakeries KL Sdn Bhd decide to increase bread production by 2.2 billion bakeries a day through 5 factories operating in 24 hours. Thank you. That's all for me.
Packaging in logistics performs 6 functions. Gardenia concerned in the strategy are changed in attributes such as grade, quality, size, and thickness. But this each the specialized equipment, the planning and controlling of the production is easier added to it the computerized system that are only 16 until 20 personnel are needed in the information. About the information function, Gardenia had put some label on their product such as tag and barcode. The ingredient already put on the wrapping. Marketing and labeling are very important. Jumbo 100 also had other certificates such as ISO 902 proving the quality of the product and the halal as the Islamic brand. Some goods from the supermarket and wet market are sold minimal requirement such as plastic carrier. Gardenia had supplied their product at supermarket, convenience store and general trade channel all over Singapore, Malaysia and Philippines. Gardenia had used just-in-time or JIT system in purchase raw material. Packaging may come in many forms, mostly depending on the nature of the good to be transported. Generally, Gardenia used the new plan keep to current good manufacturing practice. The different logistic function of the packaging that is for protection, storage, transportation, information, and handling. Gardenia used the following. Packaging is used when transportation, like cargo or large or big bulk cargo. In packaging design, a compromise address all function areas must be found. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is is Irina. I'm gonna present about inventory management in Gardenia. Inventory can be defined by the quantity of goods held in specific location at specific time in an unproductive state, waiting to be used or sold. Inventory also can be described as any materials or goods that pass through or held in business and necessary to carry out your trade. In this topic, we will discuss about inventory management of Gardenia Sdn Bhd. Inventory management is important for business. We have to know when to restock inventory, amounts to purchase or produce, and others. There are three types of inventory, which is raw materials, work in progress, finished goods. Raw materials means the ingredients or component from your business manufactured to produce the finished goods. Next, work in progress is raw materials who has been transformed from one or more raw materials into a finished product in a short period. After that, finished goods is inventory that are ready to be passed to on customers. For inventory management in Gardenia, they usually sold product until the inventory is empty. We all know that Gardenia bread are baked fresh daily, so customer can get the finest quality and freshest bread daily. For unsold bread, they were sold to commercial fish ponds and factory workers in Philippines to avoid wasting food. They do like this because Gardenia have to maintain their reputation of ensuring the bread is fresh. Besides that, every day Gardenia will deliver fresh bread to over 61 charitable organizations such as Old Folks Home, orphanage, and centers for disabled persons. Next is receiving and inspecting inventory. Receiving inventory is the function of checking items delivered to the business. For inspecting, they have to check the condition and quality of inventory and allocates them in the warehouse. This is important because we have to make sure that we are receive the right amount of inventory that we had ordered. If any mistake happen in the first recording of the acceptance of inventory, we will contribute to errors in the larger scale. There are two ways to ensure that we are receive inventory without any problems, which is cargo discharge procedure and inventory control procedure. For cargo discharge procedure, Gardenia's warehouse operators need to plan how to release or discharge the cargo. This is because we can control the cargo once the cargo leaves the premise. They have to plan when the cargo will be delivered the stock, and all movements must be recorded. Okay, next is inventory control procedure. Gardenia has to control the receiving, storage, and discharging activities. In order to do the inventory controls, they have to apply the strict observation in this company. First, all transactions should be recorded. If they have any problem with our inventory, such as inventory are not enough, we can check again the transaction that had been recorded. Okay, next is inventory accuracy. For inventory management, we have to make sure that inventory accuracy is guided properly to avoid any problem when managing the inventory. There are 7 steps to guide the inventory accuracy. First, the company have to make sure that all warehouse staff are responsible, correct attitude, and work ethically and efficiently. For example, Gardenia should monitor their staff to ensure that they are being responsible in their work. Next, all processes or business procedures need to be defined and charted. If we record all processes, we can know all transactions of our stock, whether the stock is in or out. For instance, Gardenia record all process of their stock so that they know if their stock are missing or not enough. Besides that, Gardenia can do the employee testing. They can put the new employees on a trial basis for 6 months to prevent sudden departure of new staff. Next, Gardenia can set a standard setting. This means that all warehouse operators should set a minimum standard in their company. Besides that, Gardenia have to do the accuracy tracking to avoid any problem with inventory. Lastly, Gardenia should always do the counting stock. This is because only physical counting can confirm the system accuracy. In conclusion, there are 5 topics that we had discussed in this essay, which is facility location, warehousing, planning and scheduling, packaging, and lastly, inventory management. From this discussion, all of our group members agree that we got a lot of information about Gardenia Sindian Berhad. For instance, we know how they do the packaging, inventory management, and so on. Each day, Gardenia delivers straight from oven by fleet of some 1,600 vans and trucks to nearly 50,000 supermarkets, convenience stores, and general trade channels all over Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Gardenia was voted Malaysian consumers' most favorite bread brand in nationwide surveys by Super Brands in 2009 and 2011. So that's all from us. Thank you.